You know, I really hate to do this to black females. I really hate to burst your bubble. Now, I just want to spend a couple of minutes. I'm not going to be long. Just want to comment on Meghan Markle's because black females are extremely happy and excited about this marriage that supposedly or allegedly is going to take place between Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's. Black females are in a completely, totally sad state of affairs. This only demonstrates that black females are desperate. Black females want to be like white women so bad that they're willing to accept anything that come under the title of black. Now, from what I understand, you are what your father is. So if your father is white and your mother is black, yes, you are biracial, but you are considered white because your father is white. That one drop rule does not apply. This is a white woman. She looks white, although she may have a black mother. Like I mentioned in a prior video, I watched a number of videos on YouTube where black females are so desperate that they are going to foreign states. They're going to China and Korea and Japan looking for love in desperation. They're swarming over to Korea. One black female comes back, she makes a video, she appears to be happy with her Korean lover. And then she tells the rest of the black females, you can do it too, girl. They love us. So what happens? These black females start traveling to Korea looking for love, but at the same time, they're being used and abused because Asians do not like black people. I mentioned that in a prior video. Now, they may use black females for sex, and then they will dump them. But not too many are going to take you home to mama. I watched this one video where this girl, biracial, she was half Asian and half black, and her boyfriend or fiance took her to meet the parents, and the parent wouldn't even come out. The father came out, but the mother had excuses every time they go around. You know, she said, oh, everybody's sick. The sister's sick. Everybody's sick. They didn't want nothing to do with that half black Asian girl. So, but black females are desperate. But yet they would get online and talk trash to black men. I find that quite interesting. I really, in a way, feel sorry for a lot of black females because they probably feel that no one wants them. They want to be accepted. They want to be loved, but they themselves don't know how to love. I was watching this one video where this female was over in Korea, and she had an Asian boyfriend that he appeared to be a nice guy, but she was ghetto. She was wild. She was aggressive. You know? And from what I understand, they end up breaking up for whatever reason. Or this one girl talked about how the dude knocked it out, and then she didn't hear from him no more. She was trying to figure out what happened. He just completely left her alone. And then you got Asians that would approach black females for one night stand. But black females like that, and they feel that they're wanted and they're loved and they're appreciated by men that don't really want them. And for some reason, they like to walk around and talk about how white men and Asians love the exotic look. Every black female wants to look exotic. One black female went to Korea and she's pregnant now. They go over there in the disguise of teaching. Oh, I'm going to teach. But in reality, they're going to look for a man. And they want to have half Asian and half black children. Just like you have black females in America that want half white children because they hate themselves. So when it comes to Meghan Markle's, black females are excited because now they're saying, girl, you can do it too. And finally we, have a royal wedding, a black woman. No, she's not a black woman. She's white. Meghan Markle is white. She looks more European than she looks even biracial. But her father is white, and you are what your father is. So if this wedding takes place, a lot of black females are going to be watching this wedding because they want to see what they perceive as the first black female that's getting married to a prince. Now keep in mind, not too many are going to Africa for an African prince because he's too dark. They want the white woman's dream. They want to be like the white woman. They want the flowing hair, the flowing the gown, and the wedding, the royal wedding. That's what black females want. They hate themselves. So look, black men, look, brothers, we have a whole lot to choose from. We don't have to settle with the self-hating black females. Now, keep in mind, there are plenty good black women out there. And I was just thinking this morning that a lot of black females think that black men are after other nation of women because of how they look. They think that black men want white women because they're white. That's not always the case. What black men see in other nation of women, primarily white females, is what they don't see in black females. White females or other nation of women know how to conduct themselves, for the most part, as ladies. They know how to be feminine. They're not trying to compete with their man. And if they are trying to compete with their man, it's on a totally different level. They're not trying to wear the pants of the house. They're trying to be themselves. White women, Asian women, Middle Eastern women, for the most part, present themselves as women. They dress like women. They act like women. They talk like women. They sound like women. But when it comes to black females, they're loud. They're aggressive. They're violent. And no one really wants that. And like I mentioned in prior videos, you may find dudes that may sleep with her because she may have a fat butt or she may look good. But to spend the rest of your life with drama, most men don't want that. We really don't. So if a black man see a non-black woman and he falls for her, more than likely is because of how she present herself. It's not so much she just happens to be Asian, or she just happened to be white, or she just happened to be Middle Eastern. But it's not because of the fact she's that. It's because of the fact that he likes what he sees in her. And like I always say in my videos, I have the past to draw on. You know, like I came up in the 60s and the 70s and 80s, so I know what a real black woman looks like. I know what beauty looked like. And what we see in a lot of other nation of women today, the type of women that black men are going for, that's marrying, have the same mentality and personality as the black women of old, in the era that I was coming up in. So when I came up, when I met a young lady, it's like, wow, man, it's like the black women back then were able to woo the guys, man. It's like, woo, you know what I mean? I mean, guys were like, fight and defend these women, you know, because they presented themselves as women. You know, it wasn't that they were weak or, you know, had to walk behind the man. It was nothing like that. These men actually saw beauty in black women, because black women are beautiful when they stay in their lane. When they're in their rightful place, black women are beautiful. Just this past week, there's a couple of black women on YouTube that I complimented because I watched their videos and they were so ladylike. I mean, the personality was so sweet, man. You could just sense the sweetness coming from her. She wasn't loud. She wasn't violent. She wasn't aggressive. She was not trying to be a man. She wasn't talking that feminist mess. She knew how to bring her point across without being aggressive, and notice the words I keep using to describe modern day black females: violent, aggressive, manly, you know, and they don't take care of themselves. When I was coming up, when I saw a black woman when I saw a black lady, her hair was done, it was neat. It wasn't standing up on her head and she talking about, I'm trying to be natural today, and she looking like a Sesame Street Muppet. She had her hair done. It was nice. I mean, she dressed nice. She smelled good. And she carried herself as a woman. She was a lady. And you know what? Even back then, you had dudes that were cursed by accident. It was come out, slip out. And when they realized that a black woman, was in their presence, I'm sorry, ma'am. I'm terribly sorry. They would apologize. If they slip and curse, they would apologize because of how she carries herself. She carries herself as a woman. She was a young lady. But there's not too many black females in this day and time that I would consider as a lady. Even the young girls act too aggressive and manly. So they say if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say nothing at all. So I don't say nothing. I don't say nothing, you know, unless, of course, there's a certain topic that I want to, or a certain issue I want to deal with, then I may talk about it in video, or if somebody asks me my opinion, I'll give you my honest opinion. And if I know it's going to hurt your feelings, I'll ask, you know, do you want me to tell you the truth or do you want me to lie to you? And in most cases, black females don't want the truth. They want lies. They want the fairy tale. Just like when it comes to this so-called royal wedding, they want a fairy tale. They want that to be a black woman so bad that they're creating this white female to be black. What does she say about that? You called her black. What does she say about herself? Does she refer to herself as black? Does she refer to herself as biracial? Or does she refer to herself as what are them? So, I mean, black females are sad, man. They're desperate. They're desperate. And like I said, it's not even about color. In most cases, it's not even about color. It has nothing to do with the woman's color. She may just happen to be white, or she just may happen to be Asian, or she just may happen to be Middle Eastern. But it has a whole lot to do with how she conducts herself. It has a whole lot to do with her energy. See, her energy is very humble. There's a proverb that talks about the woman, okay, and it's like she's more precious than gold and rubies, and a lot of black females would love to see themselves as that, but they're not, because they're too manly, they're too violent, they're too aggressive, and they don't take care of themselves. They don't properly take care of their bodies. They don't. If you walk by a female and you can smell her, she's not properly taking care of herself. And of course, there's going to be some black females that's going to comment the video and talk about men and their private part. Well, maybe you need to change the kind of guys you hang around. I'm talking about females that you can actually walk past in public and smell them. And they may throw some perfume on to try to cover up the funk. Or they're blaming on like, oh, it's my, I can't do it, or I can't use this, or I can't use soap, and I can't use this because I'm allergic to it, and you don't understand a woman's body. All this nonsense to keep from taking a bath. And it's sad. But when it comes to this Meghan Markle, that's a white woman. I hate to disappoint y'all. I hate to burst your bubble. But you guys are sad, man. Black females are sad, man, because you guys are desperately looking for love. And for them to even post an article saying that there's hope for black females just goes to show that they're listening to you guys, man. And they're saying like, this could be you one day. That's a lie. That's a false sense of security. And you guys are just sopping that up. Now you guys are traveling to these Asian countries looking for Asian dudes. It's sad, man. It's really sad. At one time, you wouldn't even give them second thought. So now all of a sudden, you guys want Asian dudes. You want white dudes, and you're desperate. You're desperate. And most of y'all won't get married. And if you do, it's not going to last. Because nobody wants a female with a bunch of kids, man. You've already been through, man. You got like 4 or 5 different kids by different dudes, man. Nobody wants you. Nobody wants you. Because then they got to deal with the headache of not only different personalities from different baby daddies, but then they might have to deal with the baby daddy. But then you may come back and say, oh, they ain't mad enough to deal with these different baby daddies. They shouldn't have to. See, so that's what I got to say, man. But, I hate to burst y'all bubble. It's a white woman. She's not black. She's white. And she may get away with saying she's biracial because she's got a black mother. Now, you guys want to idolize this female's mother because she's black. Or she's a black woman, so she's black. No, she's white. You are what your father is. And I don't think she referred to herself as a black woman. I don't think she says I'm a black woman. I really don't think so. Okay, so I'm going to put an article on the bottom. I want you guys to check it out. Those of you who have not heard about it, I'm on Twitter. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, FearlessJ1111 or FearlessJ2008. Feel free to comment and subscribe. Until next time, I'm fearless.